Good afternoon, everybody. So today I wanted to go over why I went into the Tesla trade that I did. The trade in specific that I am talking about is the 235 calls that were $251 at the time of entry, and they expire this week of 9/20. Current price is now over $940, which is an extreme gain, about 600%. Um, yeah, so let's go over that. I have been seeing a gap fill for Tesla on the 15. As you guys know, I trade order blocks, and order blocks are significant orders where big money has their sell orders or buy orders. Yeah, so basically, what I've noticed is liquidity we always draw up into the order blocks. And for the past, on the 15-minute chart, on the 1 hour, on the 4 hour, we have this order block, and it's been sitting here for months. To be honest, I've been monitoring Tesla for the past couple months, and I've been wanting a gap fill to these order blocks for a long time. Um, from the past few times, I have been a little bit too early on my trade, where I was in 235s and we just kept rising and rejecting, hit a significant resistance and could not break past it. As you can see on here on the 15-minute chart, hold on, let me get this configured over here so you guys can see it better. So this is liquidity. These are buy side liquidity sweeps. We go up, create a gap, suck up the liquidity that was right here, fall. Then we go up, suck up the liquidity that was right here, and fall. See down here how we created an order block, and we retraced right back down to that order block, and then it bounced. Luckily, to be honest, it kept, like I said, it kept hitting that resistance points, as you can see here and here. Like, it just could not break past it. As you can see also over here, it was just having a really hard time. And usually when a stock has a really hard time breaking past a resistance point, once it breaks past it fully with a strong candle above that closure, it's going to squeeze very hard. In general, I was looking for that gap fill, like I said. So I've always been a little bit too early, and I got faked out a couple times on with it going, then it drops, and going, then it drops. It was getting very frustrating. But today, when I learned that trade yesterday before FOMC, I personally got out of that trade for about a 2% gain because I don't like to trade data. That just is something that's in my rules. I do some lottos on those because they can pay pretty fat, but I only risk what I am willing to lose on those trades. Like 30, 40 bucks, 20 bucks, nothing too crazy, because if it hits, it hits. If it doesn't, whatever. It's not really a quote unquote real trade with real backing info, if that makes sense. But Tesla is, and Tesla sometimes reacts to data, news, FOMC, and I just did not want to risk losing my capital on that trade, so I got out at a 2% gain. 2% is better than negative 35%, which very much it could have gone that way if FOMC did not come in at a 50 point BPS. So, anyways, this gap fill finally, with that rate cut, we finally got that momentum it basically pulled the entire market up. SPY hit all-time high. QQQ not so much all-time high yet, but it did rocket up. However, it really just brought everything, and Tesla, it brought it right with it. I don't think the market is going to crash or correct itself anytime soon. I think we are now entering in a point of hysteria and euphoria for the market. Stocks only go up as of right now. However, I do think some massive crash is going to happen sooner or later. But for now, we can just ride the train up. So for Tesla right now, I am currently in 270 calls. For next week expiration. Usually when I play Tesla, I like to get 2 weeks out, just due to protection of Theta, because as I've said before, I've been looking for this trade for about, I want to say, a month and a half to 2 months now, and it just has not played out in my favor every single time. But if I had more time on the contracts, it does eventually play out. Tesla really likes to obey to gaps and order blocks. That's just something I've noticed. That's why I like trading Tesla, and also why I like trading NASDAQ and SPY and QQQ and IWM. But yeah, so finally, I do think we are going to get that squeeze as long as we hold the key levels tomorrow on Friday. Friday is a very sell off type of day. If anything, I may close my contracts and rebuy in by end of day. It really depends on what overnight trading does for Tesla. But if we start getting over the 245 and 246 area, we are going to see a significant squeeze up into the 250s and then eventually into the 260s. I've seen Tesla do crazy things, rise 25 points in a day, lose 30 points in a day. I've seen it do crazy things. So yeah, that is my trade recap for Tesla and why I took that trade. I really just wanted to go over that stuff with you on a video recap because it is a lot easier for me than typing. As you guys can see in the chat, I do not know how to type correctly. I need autocorrect extremely, and on video it's just easier for me to talk out my feelings and what I am in and why I took the trade that I did. However, I will be in the chat tomorrow talking about Tesla and like what I think it's going to do. I'll give out my key levels. But yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful night, and I just wanted to go over that with you guys, and I am going to start doing this daily, little daily recaps of SPY, IWM, Tesla, whatever we take for that day, and I will do weekly recaps as well. So thank you very much and have a wonderful night, guys.